already, but again in ERLs, if you remember Casey Blue only from last EMEA Masters, when Isma was filling in, he pulled off a stunning game on this champion in Div 2. But now that we've got everything nice and a little bit less volatile than it could have been.
Show, hang on a second, Isma's going for a pretty deep invade here again.
Cosplaying.
Yeah, really wanting to pull him off the first camp. That's kind of annoying.
Lots coming in. Last cone taken. Wait. Shao's dead. Shao is just going to die. Lot, Counter-Strike, Flash, Bramble, it's nice, but Decimating Smash on top. As I said, dead meat, first blood to Giant X.
Giving you the top lane a great matchup, which
Lot
is using to great advantage there. How does that work?
He might take a little bit more. Shao at level 3, getting bopped around again. Isma's damage not to be dismissed as standing his ground won't work either. Isma looking for the pounce. Carlson in the way. Under the turret looking for the trade, but an instant flash out and Carlson can't match. Isma swipes through in this.
However, there is a thread here. You know, that inconsistency, not knowing what's going to happen. Carlson.
Work, but lots of ultis out as well. Solo kill territory. Carlson gets the needles to fly. He's got full snips ahoy. But meandering around the turret for now, Carlson has to think about, does he want to risk it? Flash in tow, but a lot to match the same. And all plates given up in with the next wave.
Shao's here. Do they want to play around? Well, they do. There's the ultimate.
And it's going to catch him as well. No mana. Twisted Advance is a counter-strike in. Carlson spaces nicely. Still gets stunned up. The sapling helps out, and Shao gets a shutdown. Setting up for the next one in a minute 30.
Has the level 6. Not going to look for anything. Well, there is also Isma here. Jones, do you want to go for a flash play onto Flash? Yes, he does!
Nice body slam. Sets up with the explosive cast. Flack and flashes immediately over under turret. Noah ultis in behind the deadly flourish. It's Donkey-licious for the trade, but it's a one.
They managed to really get ahead of things. It's not necessarily in the jungle matchup, but maybe that changes here.
And the wave hurts Carlson so much here. Counter-Strike at the ready. Carlson has his flash available. Will he get to use it? Out now finally, but Isma follows up easily. The needlework, there's not enough healing. Autos will suffice. Isma with kill number.
No, and I think that conversation you were starting there is really important. Like, they're trying to weather the storm for now. How much can you give up? Realistically, you have to give up a lot. That's not a bad trade there, actually.
There is burst, but I mean, Jun's tanky enough. Jumping in, you'd think Shao would be, but he gets blasted. Isma also running in, you'd think it would be a bad idea, but they're still so strong. The dive continues out, and Noah's shred. Well, the all-in from GX works out anyway. They're there in a flash. Heretics thought they could fight back, but there's no chance. Noah, the unsung hero, has been scaling up alongside them. The same vibe, but even though the Pantheon's winless, I'll see that. I'll see Wukong. I'll see the Nidalee. I think something very differently is inner turret top goes down. 7.5, keep counting because that's going to lead them right towards Atakan. Uncontested while Carlson just tries to get some gold back on the map.
Well, they have objective bounties, which is the bonus of being so far behind, but doesn't feel that great right now. Atakan goes down. Of course, that increases the value of the petals which you get and gets ability to start resetting these fights.
What happened on the other side of the map? Carlson has TP, but GX, you know, win this one outright. Nature's grabs to be a good disengagement. Carlson TP'd into the middle of everyone. Jackie's flash, decimating smash to the two-man. Buffed out by Camilla, but not the rest. It'll be the cleanup crew and mopping up as the hard bit, but tipping out the dirty water. That'll be Giant X closing this one out.
GX have very cleanly looked for fights. Champions like the Scion, like the Kaiser, are so...
You can just go to Prowl and then do whatever Shao. Blending into the environment. But unfortunately, there's a lumberjack here. And Jackie's with the right skin, but the wrong day for Shao. He's trying to buy time, do whatever he can do. There's a Rel here as well. Gives him movement speed, but Shao, I mean, what can you say? He hasn't been able to play this game. Delaying the inevitable while Jackie's cuts him down.
Took a lot longer than two. They got two of them, in fact.
You're right. There are more than 1 minion waves in League of Legends, and Giant X have got 2 of them. And now
getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them.
It really is. And look, Camillo's come back to base. He's flashed on. He's not stunned up by a lot. Flashes out this time rather, and Jackie's gets stunned back. Heretics fighting back. They've got AoE. This is what I said. It ain't over till it's over. The curtain's gonna fly. Jun is the target. Noah blocks it up, but Nature's Grasp is still alive as Isma. Narrow dodge. Lot gets out the top, and Carlson zones out through the rim. It's only one, but what did I...
This early into the game, having inhibitors down is a problem. GX need to go straight towards that Baron, force Heretics to respond, teleport in from GX as well, forcing the issue.
There is a ward there, but again, for Team Heretics, it's just going to be destroyed immediately. So this Baron inevitably going to go down. Jun doing damage control in case anyone gets near. And for GX, still this game is theirs. They've just got to, you know, bowl down the pins, I guess.
So, inhibitor in the middle. Oh, top lane actually wasn't taken, my bad though. We'll take it now though. It will take now though. Here comes the Malrang.
Okay, Nature's Grass, Jackie's ulti out, Deadly Flash doesn't connect, Decimating Smash onto Sten does, Lot zoning out, Sheo is going to take one for the boys as GIANTX poke him out a little bit. Camillo's in lethal tempo mode, he's keeping that up, but GIANTX get out of his vision. Out of sight, out of mind, I wish I could say, but Team Heretics see GIANTX running in as a big storm wall. And Camillo can only barely just hold back. GIANTX have broken down 2 inhibitors now, and surely a third is next to come. TP.
Full Sonya's brought up by Larssen. Could look to kill him on, well, engage on the arrival. Carlo, Lot jumps back. A lot of damage.
Really nice from Camillo to buff, but you're right. The damage hurts up and up where they're going to find triple in hit regardless. This might be like Helm's Deep, but more realistic. 10k gold lead. The problem is now, Team Heretics, how do you fight off all 3 waves? Top just needs to be catered for, and then the pressure will be there. So GIANTX not getting everything in a row, but wave clear is enough for now. Noah's dancing in the back, and here we go again.
Yeah, so those were some of the waves without the super minions. Now the next ones, they're going to be a little bit more tricky. Triple inhib down, Baron buff still in as well, and you don't have a marker for this wave. That's a problem. You're not going to be able to stop GX walking up nearly as easily.
In there, Sten with a good engage, but they're zoned off. Carlson's going to drop the ulti as well, but lots in, goes Golden. Needlework number 2 with one held in hand for the time being. Carlson used it, but Team Heretics, their turrets are dying. They may hold up the fight, but GIANTX is just going for the rear. And as Noah jumps in, it's going to be a trade with the Nexus bare bones. Camillo's fighting out with lethal tempo. Nexus still there. Flash away. Jackie's just autoing it. He's got enough damage because the team will then converge. A hard-fought win, but a well one for GIANTX in game 1.
I'm trying to think who I would want to praise the most there. The Scion Flex is so important. Iz was early game fantastic too, but Lot smashed that top lane wide open.
He did. GIANTX, one more step towards getting themselves towards playoffs. All it takes is 2-0.
Sejuani ultimate 2 for that quick engage, so he has options available to him, and you'll need to do that. I think between the Ornn, the Silas, and the Nautilus, you can get towards those longer range back.
Takes any damage. Wait for the minion wave to be pushed while Dragon goes down first. And then, I mean, now I just need to know. All I want to know is his story.
How did he get there?
He came from far away. He was Shen's cousin, but he didn't make it into ninja school. Lot, maybe the same can be said. Carlson's got his 1v1 territory, and Show's coming in over the wall as well. Ulti perfectly hit. Nicely done, and Team Heretics, the complete opposite story.
It's entertaining quite a while. Dragon is going down, so Heretics would like to get themselves their first objective on the board. Of course, they didn't get that many last game.
They didn't get any dragons last game. I mean, it's okay. It's old, guys. It's old. But for like people who are young out there, Camillo with a sidestep, Jackie's jumping on. I'd be looking at the bucket list right now. Morgan Freeman would be saying, well, you're kind of in the depth of it. I can't say the other word. As Camillo holding for himself under turret, though. Jackie, solo kill imminent. Flashes, gets it, but the last turret shot is successful. A 1-for-1 as the junglers now make do.
And a whole lot of fireworks. Stolen Chaos Storm traded. 1-for-1, both of them trading kills onto each other. That's really a decent chunk. That's
Sidestep though, re-engage, it's great. Here's Flacken as well, but bullet time layers down and Stan. He won't be able to escape. Noel picks up the kill with Isma mitigating the damage. Flacken now at a good range, but look at the health bars. They're still healthy enough, and Sheo knows that. He's run out of his ult, he's run out of time, and Team
the ability is both very valuable. In terms of the stats you give as champions, Lotus going to be clearing out. Carlson.
Full Forge God, Isma's going to jump in. Carlson flashes away, still gets knocked back, but knocks back Isma in return. 3 Talon Strike, looking for a knock up on the blast cone. We'll find it mid-air. And with the flash over, Lot's going to make sure a CC seals the deal. An unfortunate escape made good by Isma.
Isma is having a good series. Flash away.
We are once again in a position where I'm like, hang on a minute. There's some core carries who are going to be doing a lot of damage in this next fight, and this next fight's coming up in 5 seconds with Dragon now spawning.
Okay, Jin has that ult, has that flash.
Quickness, interrupted for the time being. A good bullet time though. Camillo ripped to shreds, letting the cannons out. Let Team Heretics rip as Sheo gets into Herald to escape. Gets some knockups on the way out, but he will make his way through. Camillo's dead for a while though as the Herald goes back around. Team Heretics, I don't think they want to stick around. True Shot Barrage gets some damage as Lot is still alive. He doesn't get poked out. Team Heretics don't get a single kill from the fight as Herald will die. And it's just
find success going on to Camillo potentially, but
wait, TP, there's no teleport, there's no turret there rather, and Camillo should just be dead. Abscond Duck. Team Heretics caught out in an over 4 side lane. Why they're that deep when no one's on the map, I do not know. the response is, can they get anything else?
Carl's still making plays. I really like his ability to snap engage with the Sion ultimate here on the sideline. It's like, oh, you know, Jackie's getting caught on the sideline. He's doing the catching now, and they're catching the mid lane.
They are. Bullet time, he's dead. The amount of times Heretics are getting caught bot, getting caught mid, getting caught in... It's Noah's game, this, like with Infinity Edge, with Bloodthirster. He's got equal 2 items, but that guy's going to be sitting on more. Jackie's in a 2v1. I'm now holding out because with the ulti out, Jackie's healing. No. Kingslayer not enough. It's up to Carlson, and Sheo agrees as Atakan is being done bot because jungler just showed top.
40 seconds dead now for Jackie's. Is there an opening on the map for the Heretics to do anything? They might be able to take mid lane out of turret. Atakan will go to the side of GX. But misses there from Jim. So Atakan for kill on the top side. Looks like the mid turret will go with him.
Bullet time though, Flacker just at the edge of range. Minion wave goes down.
Upgrades the value of them by another 25% if you have it alongside the fight effect as well. That's a flank.
Onto Noah. He doesn't have bullet time. He just uses it to clear the wave, but where's the damage at? It's just Flacker here for the time being. Teleport being channeled. Jackie's goes for the all-in. Isma's ulti's out. Opportunity here for Heretics, but the Chaos Storm, and again, Camilo teleporting out. Caught out 2.5 times, counting the flash burn. And in front of Dragon, they're a member down.
And that is a lot of ultimates used by GX, but you've still lost one of your big damage sources. Now going towards mid lane, Share forced to retreat. Heretics trying to go towards that mid lane turret.
Line stand in the way, depth charge knocks him up. He's going to get away with a grand entrance. The escape now channeling. Team Heretics running through mid while GX are going to take control and take that Dragon. Sten's health bar, part of their engage, is now down, but Jackie's face checking.
What?
Name something more iconic. What is that guy doing? Carlson, he gets a kill. We're now looking to see how GIANTX play the rest of this fight because Dragon felt free, but does it anymore?
So the flowchart was death into, oh, we'll give up this Dragon, we'll go mid lane instead. GX contest, but they way overforce it. Potentially now, with Victor coming back onto the board, Heretics might be able to take an uneven numbered fight in their favor.
Look at Carlson searing charge onto Lot. There's good poke damage, but bullet time comes back up and Sten is just instantly dead. Okay, that's one, but the engage from Carlson jumps on through. Low health bars here from Lot, and Juna Isma gets his ulti back up, and Camilo runs in. The front to back ain't there for Team Heretics. There's Sejuani surviving, but their Victor keeps dying. How is that possible?
Both of these
teams gold up. Now he has TP, Baron's going to start, but it's a hell of a good day to have your family here to support you because this guy needs to pull out a miracle. I do not know how to say that in Danish.
Neither do I. Some call up GB. Baron going lower and lower. Is the teleport going to be coming through?
Okay, ulti going in for the steal, but it's pulled off. The full engage. It's easy from Lot. Well done, GX. Simply done. Sheriff flashes over the wall, but the engage doesn't stop there. Isma jumps in. Dredgeline pulls him back. Jackie's this time has my blessing to go in. A triple over to Isma, and Jackie's follow-up is beautiful. Carlson comes in. He's left alone, and not even he can 1v5 in the position that GIANTX are in.
Wonderful clap back from the Fog of War by GIANTX. They start the objective, call in the global, and still find the fight. Jackie's is running them down so far. Split. Look down and out. We were talking about, you know, how much of a car crash it felt that, hang on a second, as this was going on to Flacker as well.
Yeah, Isma is deep, but I think it's called for it. Flacker just stands there. He used barrier, but it didn't feel like it. Sheo under tier 2 also gets destroyed. Noah is ripping them apart. Dredgeline away. Sten is lucky to stay in. That inner turret's going to drop quickly. I said 9k. It is already 10. And Baron has 2 minutes left to go. Red Bull, get your money's worth because this is going to go to 6,000.
10,000 gold ahead. GX might just cleanly secure themselves a playoff spot right here and now. The glow up has been insane from this team.
Since Madrid, it feels like GX have switched on. Their final push is Camilo is going to make it death number 7. Sten walks into the bullet time. Team Heretics walk away without anything to say in the series. They'll get another chance at a tiebreaker versus Vitality, but GIANTX are the ones who's stinging like a butterfly, looking like the bee. It's GX locking in playoffs, and since Madrid, this team has changed completely. Onwards and upwards for GX.
Destruction from GX as they lock themselves into playoffs, and we will have a tiebreaker tomorrow. That will be one to watch for it. Heretics needed to win a single game today to avoid that tiebreaker. Couldn't do so. GX clearly the better team today. Love their game 1 draft. Love their game 2 snowball coming through as well. Showing good versatility as a team.
They really are. I mean, GX, it wasn't even close. Clean series. Noah, fantastic last game as well. You can vote.
wall, and then when she ults, she's, you know,
a little wall. That is true.
a little circle.
Yeah, I definitely, on paper, prefer Koi's comp.
Complete insanity at level 1 between Ari and Talia.
Ooh!
Ooh! Ooh! What?
He TP'd! Larssen TP'd after flashing! Did he think he had Ignite?
The grub spawn, which for now it seems like Myrwn's got top pressure under wraps. Mid pressure also in the favor of MKOI, so things looking pretty good as Elyoya. Charging up, Q flash. Will he do it or will he fumble? He gets the Q flash. It's perfect! Follow up there. Electrocute Elyoya takes that kill. MKOI make it happen.
Yeah, they make it look easy, and that's because
It's getting more comfortable too. I think the Ari getting a free kill early was nice to have, helping Jojo secure that that lane prio. Random ignite. A little bit more damage down on the Supa. Malrang going in to finish off the kill. Bot lane. Larssen coming in for a bit of vengeance. Flick back hits 2. That's some solid follow-up. Patrik now trying to finish the kill, but Supa's still standing. But it's Malrang. Who else? The playmaker. The autofill support. Gets it done on the bottom side.
I mean, it's a clean 2 versus play, so there's no wave underneath the tower. They need a little bit more time. I thought Malrang would look to reset here to potentially cover the dive, but Adam is sticking around.
Well, last rights there. Being between the walls, definitely tough. Flashing away for the knockup. Plays the wall down. Elyoya's in the business thing. Now he's just trying to move away. The feathers are flying. He's backstepping. He's moving through. He's finally going to get rooted up. It looks like he'll fall, but it takes Jojopyun coming as well because it's a bit more healing. They finally claim the feat of warfare, but that was a bit too close for comfort.
It certainly was. Adam was a lot tankier than him because this will be his second objective of the game. They did invest 4 members on the bot side of the map, which was a lot of people. Can he get away?
He can. And we've solved... I've just got a lot of energy and nostalgia and not a lot of stakes.
Right.
Larssen, bit of a knockback. Trick now getting involved. Supa just trying to scoot his boot out of there. Patrik laying down a bit of damage. Lethal tempo fully stacked, and Supa will fall.
Your season losing to Rogue, the last place
true.
team.
And we've also seen, you know, frustratingly so, is where you have another engage going through on the bottom side. Perfect combo, shut down.
It's flawless. Onto the target with all the gold as well.
Now can they cover mid though? That's the question.
They cannot. Koi is
about 10 seconds before they took.
Oh,
that was
so
the
they
second
didn't
tower
get.
game.
Oh.
They did. Like, their cross map was all of them ignoring mid completely.
Yeah, contentious. A lot of people had eyes on him.
Vedius, did you just caster curse him? Caster curse. Nice job, Eddie. Everyone can blame at Vedius. Rogue.
I was trying
the trap baited.
So cross maps continue from both sides. Rogue, I'm going to be too unhappy about the Dragon secure, but...
Experience. He'll break a tower. Starting to even up the gold difference. Now, Rogue have been herded in.
It's very awkward.
They have to hold the line. The ghouls have been thrown in. Rogue marching forward. The cavalry have gone in. Jojopyun deleted. Supa off to the side, completely untouched. They're starting to pop Larssen. Larssen goes golden for a brief moment. Out comes Myrwn. Myrwn trying to get the damage down. Rogue retreating. Larssen still doing decent damage, but Supa's going to be able to find the kill. A quick pickup, but Rogue still remain on the hunt. It's a double kill to 1 for 3. In the end, Rogue went out.
It's a team fight victory for Rogue. Their target selection onto Jojo was fantastic. And the engage from Malrang.
Died. So not starting off too bad for Rogue. Eyes on Elyoya with the Vault Breaker. Dragon won't fall. Rogue's still down about 300 gold for losing that top wave and mid wave just to be here.
Rogue have lost a lot of their tools.
Charm Flash coming in from Jojopyun. Lockup is there immediately. Larssen is down, but he's not. He goes golden for an extra second. They should just be able to finish the kill. Larssen still retreating. Larssen holding on. The feathers fly. Larssen drops, and MKOI take control of the pit. The spear shot through will not be able to seal out another charm. Landing onto Trick. Malrang with the Q, the Shattering Strike, to try to make his way out, but that's the ulti now coming in from Elyoya. The immediate turn back onto the jungler. Elyoya recognizing he might have bit off a little bit too much with the flash forward from Myrwn. A W in from Alvaro. They don't quite have the damage to fight this. Oh, you're ready to go. Jojo coming around the corner as well. Rogue backing away. Not an ideal exchange in the end. Drake picked up by him. Probably is Larssen, I would say, even despite having the Zanyas, because once he's caught out of position, I just don't think it matters. But we'll see. 2.5 seconds of going golden, and he'll just die in the end. But in the meantime, Rogue taking the Baron, perhaps attempting the heist, but they're down a man now. Full committing to the play. 6K, Elyoya, can he steal it? Trick and Malrang, 2 junglers in the pit. 2v1 jungle showdown. Trick! He wins those! He's still got the skills! It's Patrik over the wall. He's managed to hold on for a brief second. Invested now going in. Patrik still living for an extra second. Elyoya now taking down the flash away, trying to get over Myrwn, dashing, diving. The Drake Hound step, keeping him standing. Now Supa going with all, desperate to get this Malrang mounting up and running for the hills, but he'll go down in the end. Wall laid down. Maiden hitting on Supa. Supa not keen, does not want that number. And Adam slowly running away. One-on-one, he's got a decent amount of stain, but not enough to win this battle. Ghouls summoned. Adam down. Baron taken. But no one will get the buff.
Yeah, Koi kind of back to business as usual as they find themselves a nice ace versus Rogue. They'll remove the entire Baron buff. They'll finally break into the base. They'll expose the inhibitor. And while they may not be able to secure it, Koi putting themselves, well, I want to say
Larssen's picking up a bit of magic pen. Maybe there's an angle for a better fight. Celestial opposition proc. Larssen spotting Myrwn on the side, and they're instantly just going to try to kill the top laner. He flashes over the wall, but the Drake is already down, so Rogue might have spotted the flanker, but they'll still lose the objective as Adam wants to keep his sights set in the mid lane. Decent damage. Charm is there, though. Jojopyun certainly hurting. Steric's going to keep Adam standing, and now Rogue needs to get the hell out. One more dash forward. Charm flash in. Patrik goes golden, but he's just going to die in the end. Pantheon now desperately trying to escape. All of Rogue retreating. Adam about to fall. Myrwn continuing to dive in. It is a complete and total slaughter. Malrang and Trick split up. Each of them trying to find their way to safety, but MKOI looks like they'll just close it out here.
And it's a beautiful engage from Koi, punishing Adam as he gets a little too close to the tower. And once they remove the front line, the chase through comes from Koi. Good target selection, good damage, and ultimately good game as Koi look to take game one of this series.
One or two slip-ups perhaps, one or two moments where they were caught out, but they were consistently trading up in terms of the objectives. Rogue's creative plays couldn't last any further. MKOI closing out game one and taking their time trying to finish off Trick.
Bit of wholesome in the old chat as Trick wrote, "How is my jungle?" And then Myrwn replies, "Goated, of course." And it's, "Thank you so much." And I mean, he did have a great performance, all things considered.
Yeah.
Their aggression in the early game was great to watch, and I loved seeing Trick and Malrang get off to a proactive start, punishing Jojo on the side lane as often as they could. Ultimately, though, when it came down to the 5v5, Koi was just the better team.
Sure. The better team in a game where Larssen accidentally TP'd to a minion.
Yes.
He did that. Even that, not always the best. Early game is a big question, though. I think anytime we see a bot lane potentially as explosive as this one, any kind of Callisto.
Alvaro continuing to... It's all the summoner spells gone now for Malrang.
Alvaro is now in a very awkward spot.
Elyoya's still here. Trick trying to race to level 2.
He flashed.
Malrang locked up. Committed. Alvaro flashing in as well. Malrang in trouble. Flash in to get first blood. Now Patrik trying to follow up, but he doesn't just have the damage even with the hail of blades. There's no blight stacks. The level 1, not enough. But Trick's still going. Elyoya trying to dash away. Trick desperately running forward. They're just dancing away from him. Supa continuing to go and win. Becomes lightning. Supa goes down. Patrik up for an extra second. He gets the additional gold influx coming in. Now Trick wants to keep it going. Decent damage, but the dogs are starting to hurt.
Thought of something mean, and I'm happy about it.
No, yeah. You know, mean, this is a wholesome, spirited game of League of Legends.
You say that. Koi is up to something.
Trick. Now in trouble. Going in, a few more autos, gets a decent amount of damage. That's a shockwave. Jojopyun in trouble now. Trick manages to flash out. Jojopyun relatively low, has the buff on him. Holding on for the bailout. One more auto, a little bit more healing coming in. They can't finish the kill, and now it's Elyoya getting away. The handshake is beautiful. Blinking health bars. They just can't get anything done. Larssen cannot finish a kill. MKOI on the edge, but they get the kill on Trick. Damn, that was ahead of Trick. Oh, also Adam on the top side.
Patrik might be dead.
Probably ulti in. Handshake still hits. Well played by Alvaro. An extra root now coming in. So Patrik should just fall. Barrier, a decent amount of damage with the bailout there. No hope of finishing the kill. Does manage to proc the bailout, but that's just about it. Supa quickly getting the reset.
Yeah, it's a situation where...
Set up, they have pressure as well. You're going to see a TP in from Larssen. Shockwave is available. 3K. Elyoya's got it low alongside having the closest fight. Patrik's ulti not connecting. Alvaro able to mark. Decent damage now, but Trick has zoned them away completely. They can't just take the objective, but it seems like they want the fight. Poke from Patrik hurts.
Well, the Renata ultimate was used so early onto Varus, which meant that it was now way easier for Rogue to find and engage.
Myrwn stepping up though. They see the TP coming in top lane. They think they have a man advantage. Flash forward with the handshake. Trick now using his ulti. Patrik gonna be forced to flash over the wall. Fates call in. Malrang gonna get taken down. Super grabbing that one. So Elyoya looks for the reset. Patrik trying to live as long as he can. Elyoya not confident enough to go for the dive. Catalyst to force a fight. But setups on the objective is big, and it feels like wave control has been in favor of MKOI, although Myrwn's going to be in trouble here. Larssen does have Shockwave. Shockwave pullback. Auto attacks coming in. I take it back. He's great at soccer. Myrwn down. Larssen solo kill.
I mean, he dribbles the ball between his feet and Myrwn
Styles on it, but there's the slide and glide that you were looking for. Patrik trying to zoom out of there, but he's just going to get one pop. Trick now needs to retreat. A bit of a leash for MKOI on this objective.
And that's just a great future investment idea.
Shots there, though, for the trouble. They start to retreat. So Rogue maybe a bit overeager on the top side, but Adam moving in. They really want to take Myrwn down. That's the stack up on the queue you were talking about, looking for the knockup. Myrwn now in trouble. Ulti going in from Adam. They want to finish the job. They're berserk. Crucial disengage ult coming in from Alvaro to keep Myrwn standing alongside the bailout, but the tower might still be in trouble, and that's going to be the tier 2 taken down in exchange for the tier 1 at the very least of Rogue, but now it's Supa, who has to be careful in mid lane.
Securing Dragons theoretically easier. The stacks are beginning to mount.
Adam, good chunk onto Jojo.
Nice chunk. The poke is good from Rogue.
On just respawn. Redemption to heal up a bit. Ulti is going to connect onto Elyoya. Trick going to zone him away, and they're going to take the Drake. Now the equalizer is laid down. Ulti over the top, but MKOI, they don't have any follow-up. Trick now going to go in. He's caught in the Thunderdome. He doesn't have a flash, so he's forced to stay and fight to the death. He tries to wander in, look for maybe a Shockwave angle. But Rogue get the objective.
So cool contest. Of course, very few ultimates available as well on the side of Rogue outside of the Shockwave. Means that they're not really interested in trying to fight this fight.
Malrang wanted to be in the area to try and steal at the very least, but you're right. For the most part, it's a good look. Adam has found Elyoya. Elyoya hurting though. Adam forced to use the ulti. Alvaro finding a solid combo with the Redemption's coming down. Nice buffer going in. Patrik though going to be the one in trouble. Redemption coming out from the opposite side. They're trying to turn it. Jojo, he found the sliding glide. Elyoya looking for the reset, but he's already been popped. Tower set up in the mid lane, and now Rogue are in a tough spot. Jojo starting to rain down some damage. Myrwn there as well. Supa blinking health bar, but he kind of wants to support. Patrik looking for the disengage. Laying down a slow. The hail of arrows to help his team retreat back up the river. Trick turning back, hoping to get something else done, but he might have just cost his AD carry his life as well. The blast cone, the last bastion of hope. Patrik out for an extra second, but Myrwn flashing in. Doesn't want to walk face first into this. Knows how much damage Zavarus can do. But Patrik in the end will fall. One more rocket seals the deal. MKOI, good fight in the mid lane.
I think that ended up being a 4. They find themselves a little bit behind overall. They just need to find a good fight.
Larssen.
He's the target.
TP going in. Larssen trying to buy as much time as he can, but the dog can just go intangible. Elyoya resetting the aggro. Now it's Adam who's arrived at the fight, trying to finish off Myrwn, looking for a bit more damage. Q back through, trying to style on him. Extra damage now going in, but Elyoya might have bit off more than he can chew. Has to backstep. 1 for 1 so far.
Comes Trick.
Trick on the way in. Redemption there as well. The Weirding coming out. Extra damage now going down. Elyoya might be in trouble, but it's Supa's been shut down, and it's Elyoya who's on the run. Adam doing a ton of work here, backed up by Trick. Elyoya retreating. Bail out there. Alvaro helps secure the escape, but a 2 for 1 in the extended fight.
It's an overforce.
At least for Rogue. You still have the Kalista and the Azir, which make it pretty quick. Double ulti dropped.
Ulti. Jojopyun in the midst of the entire team. Goes golden, buys an extra second. Supa has now slain Patrik in the meantime, but they managed to get Jojo back. Trick back in the middle of the team as well. Oh, you're going to try to finish that one. All of the rest of Rogue retreating. 2 for 1 in favor of KOI, giving up Jojo for jungle and AD on the opposing team.
Shockwave is still available for Larssen, which makes the Baron Elyoya on the flank. At the very least, he's trying to catch the next wave, but another tower going to be secured for Rogue, so...
TP behind. And KOI want to fight.
They certainly do. Jojo is going to TP up in 10 seconds.
Larssen flashing up. They're just trying to kill Supa before the fight even breaks out. Larssen decent damage. The Shockwave, he just flashes over and it completely whiffs. Now fire rains from the sky. Adam caught out as well. It's a disaster.
And Rogue overstep. We talked about them overstaying their welcome. The TP's come through. Jojo now back on the map. He sets his sights on a Patrik.
Patrik pushed back. Will now just fall. Beautifully played by Supa, flashing over the Shockwave to extend the fight. And now MKOI set up to take the Baron.
Yeah, so Rogue, even though they ended up losing the fight, they got the mid tower, but going for the second one is where they overreached, allowing KOI to get back out onto the map, punish Rogue for their positioning, and convert it into a tower, some kills, and a Baron.
Nothing much more to add. No one attending the bot wave from MKOI, so perhaps they can keep this inhibitor standing.
Koi now spreading across all 3 lanes. Jojo using the cannon minion to chip away at the inhibitor.
Jojo really wants to slide and glide. He will push one. It's just Trick who immediately uses the ulti. Patrik taking a bit more time, trying to lay down a bit more damage. Jojo still standing, however. Trick going berserk, and in goes Adam. Massive damage coming out from the Rabbit in the mid lane. MKOI. And they can come back in the game. Elyoya moving in. Rogue collapsing. Myrwn, great equalizer.
Goes wide, honestly. Doesn't do that much damage.
And no immediate fall makes it so hard for it to stick. Elyoya trying to get in. Goes intangible. Steals Infernal. Walks out, but Trick can't he find the follow-up play. Elyoya just too fast. And Rogue. Balls from Alvaro, ultimately not super effective. Shockwave connects onto Supa. Instantly he goes down. Now they're trying to turn it back. Redemption of their own. A little bit too late from the side of MKOI, but they might have enough power to bring this one home anyway. Adam still holding onto his ult. They will lose at least one inhibitor here. Can't afford to gamble on a play. Need to get those health bars back up. MKOI still very much in control in the driver's seat despite losing Supa. But Adam fishing, desperate to find.
Up around the top tri-brush. Chip damage coming down from both sides. It's landing from the side of Koi. You can see Adam getting...
Wave unattended. They're going to turn back onto Jojo. Jojo goes golden. In the meantime, they're trying to disengage. Excellent combination with the equalizer. The combo finally coming down. Myrwn onto the backside. Already Trick has gone down. Malrang desperate to flash forward, but he can barely keep the tether standing. Elyoya resetting now, looking to find a kill onto Patrik. A little bit more damage going for the bars, but it's just not enough. Adam running. Larssen will fall. It's just going to take another second. Triple kill coming through. Myrwn to finish it off. An ace for MKOI as they look to close this one out 2-0.
A single team fight was all it took as MKOI assert their dominance in the final fight of the regular season. They're looking to close things out in a clean 2-0 fashion.
And overall, they consistently traded up across both games, while Rogue kept some fights close. MKOI always holding on to that lead just about the entire time. The team finishing top 4. We'll see who their opponent is in the first round of playoffs, and for Rogue, the last time we'll see them until summer. So commiserations, but a solid way to end the split for MKOI. And good to see Trick, if only briefly.
Yeah, I think he had a very solid game, all things considered. Him and Malrang were fun to watch. But Koi, yeah, they do lock in that 3rd place spots. And it doesn't really affect much, kind of whoever gets chosen between the two of them from KC is kind of out of their hands. But of course, you can vote for your player of the series. You can vote now at LEC on X.